Live Sunday Service episode number 57. Here we go with the recap of UFC Shanghai. We're going to talk about Johnny Walker getting it done in the main event. We can talk about the co-main event. Brian Ortega looks extremely washed. But I don't even know if you guys want to talk about that, because the only thing that I can see on my For You page, on wherever it is, on Twitter, on Instagram, the only thing I'm seeing is about Raja Jackson knocking out some wrestler dude and punching his face in. My God. I opened that up this morning. I'm like, good, how do I even go on with my day? You know, this dude, Raja Jackson, you see the clip and you ultimately go back and you're like, dude, I don't think this guy is all right in the head. I don't know how you could punch a guy, an unconscious man, that many times in the head and still like not think you're in the wrong, still keep going. Crazy stuff. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about it. But ultimately, I've actually looked at a lot of different clips within the stream. And at the end of the day, I think the guy's just a complete lunatic. I don't know how any sane person could do that to another man, another unconscious man, let alone a guy that is conscious and not fighting back. The dude was clearly unconscious and he just kept going. And then he like got booted out of the arena. For one, I don't know how anybody in that ring didn't do anything. I don't know how the ref didn't do anything. The other actors didn't do anything. Other wrestlers, other actors, until the pink hair dude jumped in and finally got him off of him. But good Lord, it didn't seem like there was anybody in that ring that was capable of having any brain cells to stop what this guy was doing, and let alone the guy that actually did it. Zero brain cells whatsoever. I don't know what the guy was doing. Let's hit the chats, boys. We could talk about whatever. I mean, we could talk about that if you want to. I'm cool with it. We can also talk about UFC Shanghai or whatever. That's what we do here on the Sunday service. We get through the chats. We talk about it. I'm not sure how long I'm going to go tonight, but what up, Andrew? F that dude, says Roberto. Yeah, that's just crazy. Attempted murder in the first degree. I mean, that's the thing, man. I think that it was from UFC Roster Watch or whatever, was talking about how this is all like planned because the guy's not in jail. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been arrested for anything, I don't believe. He's being investigated or whatever, but that was pretty clearly a crime caught on camera, live streamed, and nothing's been done about it. And UFC Roster Watch tweeted, I wish I could pull it up. I probably should pull it up, but UFC Roster Watch tweeted like this was all planned to get Raja Jackson famous, which, considering he hasn't had anything done to him since then, seems about right. Lock him up. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. That's his thing, dude. Like, Rampage seems like he has that in him, but he knows how to tame it most of the times, or at least he's learned how to tame it. This guy doesn't know. He's got the high school kid with anger problems vibe going on. 100%, dude. 100%. And now all the clips of Raja Jackson looking like a bad person, or Rampage Jackson talking about his son and talking about his son in not the best light, are all coming out. So now all the clips of Rampage saying that, you know, Raja has anger issues or he punched him, whatever, all the clips on whatever podcast Rampage has been on, they're all showing up now. And it doesn't look good. You know, it's pretty clear this dude has a history with some anger management, or maybe just lack of impulse control, you know? I saw all the footage. Raja needs to go to jail/prison. I mean, I don't know how he hasn't been arrested yet, or, I mean, who knows where he is right now. He did it for clout. He was crying on stream like a month ago saying he's stressing because he needed money and blah, blah, blah. I mean, if you're streaming and you're willing to nearly end another man's life for, you know, some donations or for clout, that's pretty fucked up, man. That's real fucked up. That tells me you are a piece of shit human. Like, to go to the depths of beating up, I don't want to say beating up, because it wasn't even beating up. It was literally trying to take another man's life while he's unconscious. Probably gave him severe brain damage. This dude is a veteran that already struggles with PTSD, and now he's unconscious getting beaten up. I mean, come on, man. That's just really, really bad. He's 25 acting with the emotional level of a 16-year-old. Man, I don't even know if it's 16-year-olds because I've seen some pretty mature 16-year-olds, and I don't know. Pause. That sounded bad. I've seen some emotionally mature 16-year-olds. Like when I was 16, I wouldn't do that. Are you kidding me? You know, I'm 25 now. I'm not doing that. When I was 16, I wouldn't do that. When I was 10 years old, I wouldn't do that. You know, there's probably toddlers that have better emotional level of control than that. Never should be allowed to fight professionally after that. I mean, I don't know what promotion would want him. Lock him up for 40 plus years. Could see it. Unfortunately, it happened in LA, which is the worst city in the worst state in America. True. Maybe that's why nothing has been done. LAPD sucks. Yeah. He's still concussed from that spin head kick he took last week in sparring. Yeah, I mean, I've been concussed before, but that didn't, make me want to go and try to kill a man, like it didn't make me want to do that at all. So there's not a good excuse, but maybe some head trauma could have played a factor, but that just sounds like an excuse at the end of the day. Shanghai was tough. It was, it's just so weird when we get these cards in the morning. It just doesn't feel right, You wake up and there's fights on. You're like half awake. Just a weird vibe. Weird vibe. What's good, Chad? How we doing? What's up, Flex? Absolutely criminal what Raja did. He needs to go to jail, and shame on Rampage Jackson for sticking up for his son. Yeah, that's actually, I saw his response to it. And I don't know that he stuck up for him, but he was basically saying, like, I don't condone what he did, but he was trying to like rationalize it to people, saying that we don't know the full story. Man, you could give me a pretty damn good story, and I'm still not going to say that he should go out there, slam the guy in his back, knock him out, and then punch him 20 times in a row. I don't think there's any story that needs to build up for that to be rationalized. But Rampage he's looking out for his son, man, and unless you have a son, you're probably not going to feel like that's okay. But in his shoes, that's a tough, shoes to be in for Rampage Jackson. Your son just did something so stupid and like very criminal. Like, what are you supposed to say? There's nothing you could say that people are going to be like, yeah, that's a good response. There's always going to be people that critique it. If it happened in my country, in Virginia, they would have already walked him into jail. Dude should get 30 years in prison, no bail. I mean, we'll see if they actually arrest the dude, let alone sentence him to anything, because it seems like people just get away with whatever nowadays. It's literally caught on camera, live streamed for the whole world to see. There's millions of clips out there. There's video evidence. You could give any backstory you want. They ain't going to, disregard what actually happened on film. And if anyone saw his, like after it happened, he was still on stream, I think. I saw a clip of it. No remorse for it. Like talking about, like basically the dude was definitely high on like some adrenaline. He had just beat this dude to a tar while he's unconscious. They probably threw him out of the arena or room or whatever they were in, high school gym, who cares? They threw him out of the place, and he's like on the street, high on adrenaline, basically just talking like he's the shit. Like nobody can mess with this dude. It's just crazy. No remorse whatsoever. Unbelievable. Talk about real fights. Fuck that kid's bad decision. It's going to be in everyone's timeline for the next 6 months. Probably be like for the next couple days, honestly. People forget. I mean, the internet moves on very quickly, but if there's one thing that we should not let people forget, it's probably this. So yeah, if we could talk about whatever, man, that's what the Sunday service is for. 50 years in prison. Tennessee will take out charges eventually. Was it in Tennessee? A Walker costed me a lot of money after a Walker won me a lot of money off of a heel hook is fitting. Yeah, that's true. I mean, hey, he did come out and look for the takedown, just ended up on his back. UFC roster watch is goofy. Yeah, it's kind of weird that he would say anything, but it's his account. He can do whatever. It's CU. He smashed a beer can on his head earlier. I did see that, but that was I think they just literally I think they squashed it multiple times before that actually happened. He thought the veteran wrestler dude that got knocked out and beat up on, he's a pro wrestler, and I think he thought that he was part of the job. So he was practicing. I don't know. What a disgusting human being. Half a brain cell. Bro, you see him start talking his chat right after the accident? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what I was talking about. It's just dude, maybe have some awareness, some self-awareness. If everyone thinks you did something wrong, you probably did something wrong, man. You probably did. People probably aren't coming at you because they don't like you or they want to come at you. They're probably coming at you because you did something wrong, buddy. Missed the perfect Shanghai parlay by the last leg. Hey, Zhang, money line. Should have hedged out, bro. Should have hedged out. We have all seen pro wrestling for decades, and that wasn't wrestling. Well, I've never watched pro wrestling, to be honest, but I do know that you don't normally punch somebody. You don't actually punch somebody. It's usually played out, and you also don't intentionally knock people out. You don't really do that. UFC roster watch is a view farmer, just purely wants attention. Roger will be detained by tomorrow. I hope so. What are you going to do with this week off from UFC? I have the boys season 4 to watch and maybe the big Lebowski. I'm going to go to the Brewer game. Yeah, I'm going to go to the Brewer game, probably get some golfing in, and back to work after that. We got Contender Series Tuesday, and then just start grinding on some more tape study, UFC Paris and all that. He's insecure. He let his chat on Kick convince him to knock the guy out because they were calling him a bitch. That is actually crazy. I did see that, and that's pretty fucking low level shit, man. Low level. You're having people who you've never seen before influence you into doing something terrible. For one, those people in his chat are fucking losers. Why would you tell him to go knock him out? I guess they get off to that or whatever. Some people on the internet are just fucking ruthless. I don't understand it. And it almost seems like the world is moving into a place where the online streaming or whatever, people in the chat, online streaming, it's not even a real thing. You just hide behind the keyboard, you say whatever, and there's no repercussions for what you throw into a chat, into a comment section or whatever. It's stupid. But if they're in there, not forcing this guy, but influencing this guy to go in there and knock him out and punch him until he's damn near dead. And this dude is actually yeah, I should do it because they're calling me a bitch and I'm not a bitch. So I got to prove to these guys I'm not a bitch. Buddy, you're a bitch if you're influenced by people in a live stream chat. All right. That means you have zero mental capacity to recognize what is good and what is wrong. And you're just willing to do whatever for either clicks and views or for, approval from your live stream chat. It's fucked up. I had an Aljo Pav Walker 2-unit parlay. The boys and I were too lit at 6:30 in the morning. Dude, those leg kicks was insane that he just went down to the leg kicks and fuck Mark Goddard, dude. Fuck Mark Goddard, dude. Zhang went down from the leg kicks with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left. They could have been stopped at any point. Mark Goddard let it go on for all of 45 seconds. Stupid. He said he knocked the dude out for 50 gifted. Premeditated. Oh my God, dude. Premeditated murder. Jesus Christ. He did it because that guy smashed a beer can on his head. Buddy. That is not an excuse. Streaming it like a rapper, free evidence. All bullshit aside, he did it to get fame and he did it in the wrong way. That's sad, bro. Yeah, probably. Big pause, brother. Big pause. He was going to fight him before, but his friends broke it up. After he smashed the beer can on his head, it's not even a beer can, though. It's a prop. It's a literal prop. If I smashed him in the head with his Diet Coke can, it would hurt a lot more than what he actually smashed him with. It's a prop. Shout out to the DC Fridge Sigs. Charles Johnson money line was so free. Shout out to the Skullet, bro. Did anyone else see the tweet from Ariel Helwani that Charles Johnson was negative in his bank account before that fight with Lonair Kavanaugh? That's insane. You know, we should be able, as sports bettors, we should be able to see these guys' bank accounts, because I already like Charles Johnson to win that fight against Lonair Kavanaugh. But if I knew that this dude was negative in his bank account going into that fight, I would have max bet him, bro. I would have max bet Charles Johnson. This dude has negative money in his bank account. He owes people money. He owes them money. He has nothing left. And he's got a baby on the way. This dude needs money. He's not losing. He's not losing to Lonair Kavanaugh. Lonair Kavanaugh looked like a little girl in there compared to Charles Johnson. And he got fucking smoked in round 2. Now, Lonair Kavanaugh looked good in round 1. I'll tell you that. But Charles Johnson, hey, if you got a baby to feed and you're negative in your bank account, you ain't losing that fight, man. You ain't losing that fight. Rampage is an asshole too. Can be, for sure. The wrestler just thought it was a part of the show when he got picked up. So sad. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing too. It's like, if he picked him up, slammed him, saw that he was unconscious, and like kind of played along with it, nothing would have happened, man. Nothing would have happened. Because, you know, you pick up and slam a guy. That's part of pro wrestling, man. You pick up and slam a guy, it's part of pro wrestling. I'm not a pro wrestling fan, but I could say that with pretty good confidence. But then to go in and like punch the dude while he's unconscious, it's like, he could have made an actual good clip. He just fucked it all up. Bad look for Raja. Low morals. Anyone who's big on religion would know God is big on forgiveness. Something simple as a 25% Candy Crush gimmick is forgivable, and he chose to hit him with 22 haymakers. Yeah, that's rough, dude. Now, he totally shouldn't be banned from martial arts. We have female beaters and career criminals in the UFC, but he is wrong for that. I mean, that is true. I mean, I don't. Those people are pretty bad too. I mean, fucking John Jones, dude. Morning fight cards are cursed for bets. Not really, dude. I've actually had pretty good luck with them. Y'all are fucking soft. Okay. All right, buddy. Bro, Johnny Walker reminded me of Izzy versus Strickland when everyone was on Izzy and underestimated Strickland. I mean, not really, but there is some parallel, I guess. Ian Gary ducked the Brady fight. Leon will be a walk in the park for him. Dude, I saw that they're working on Leon Edwards versus Ian Gary at Madison Square Garden. Fucking snooze fest, dude. Are you kidding me? Ian Gary versus Leon Edwards, two of the most passive fighters maybe to ever grace the octagon that are inside the top 10. Good Lord, dude. Like, Leon ain't finishing nobody. Ian Gary ain't finishing nobody. These are two tacticians, real good fighters, but that's going to be a fucking boring fight. And I'm allowed to say that, right? I'm allowed to say that because both of them are strikers. But, you know, if they were wrestlers, I can't call it boring because that's not allowed in as a UFC fan. You can't knock the wrestling, but I can openly knock that Ian Gary's a boring fighter. Leon Edwards is a boring fighter as well. They're both strikers, so that's okay to say. You saw the clip when that man says sorry to Raja outside. Raja had those thoughts already in his mind then. I mean, it looked like Raja was like okay with it, but I guess maybe he did. Maybe he did. Raja, oh my God, dude. Acting like your flyover state is better than LA. LA is fucking terrible, dude. He crashed out on Twitch chat, rage baiting him. True. Why do the 13% always act like this? I don't know what that means. True, Mr. Parlay, but that takedown was ass. He needs a minimum 20 years in prison. Anyone else seen Aljo's elbow? Yeah. I mean, good Lord. What the fuck is Brian Ortega's head made out of? That dude is indestructible. I don't know how he just continues to take the damage, because he's been put through the fucking ringer many times, and he took a spinning back elbow from Aljo, and I guess Aljo took the worst of it. Dude's elbow is, he said it looked like a titty. Rage baiting is a sin for this exact reason. Is that actually in the scripture, rage baiting? On underdog, one takedown was plus money. Should have took it. Oh my god. Are we talking about Raja? Aljo versus Allen next? I could see that. Are you going all in on Gustafsson next Saturday? Or are you going to be a chicken and pick against him again like you did last time? I didn't pick against him, dude. I actually picked him to win. I picked Gustafsson to win. Clyde. I don't know. You must have me mixed up with somebody else, but I picked Gustafsson to win. Unfortunately, I didn't bet him. I said he could win a decision. Didn't bet it, though. Did you see rapper Nas X in his underwear and white cowboy boots wearing an orange streak cone on his head at 3 a.m.? Apparently, he had a drug overdose. When the cops detained him, he attacked the cops. This is a very weird chat to be in the Sunday service, but unfortunately, I did see a clip of that. There were kids at the event. Yeah, that's fucked, dude. Sam Patterson going to run through your boy Trey Waters, show respect to the future champ. I don't know if Trey Waters is my boy, but I did see Sam Patterson is the favorite. Interesting. Going to need to get a hat that says Sam Patterson hater. You can make me one and send me it. Go ahead. What do you think about MMA Guru tweet on incident? I didn't see his tweet. But maybe you could tell me what it is. Is it crazy to think Lerone will cruise to a UD against Volk if the hesitant point fighting Volk that showed up versus Lopez fights again? I could see that. You know, I don't think Volk schools Lerone. I think Lerone can make it competitive. The promoter told him to get his receipt, and the guy agreed to letting it happen. That's why he let Raja just manhandle him without struggle. He had no clue he was going to go beyond one good hit. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You think the Polish guy, Ruchala, is good and beats Leroy Gomes? I haven't watched his tape, so I can't tell you. Buddy, you're a bitch. What do you want to see? Who do you want to see Ilya Topuria fight next? Patty Arman or Gaethje? Personally, I'd love to see Patty matchup. They hate each other. Also, when would you like to see him fight, December or January? I hope he fights in December in Vegas so I can go, because I usually go to that December Vegas card. It's usually on my schedule. And I hope he fights. I hope he fights Arman, just because I think that'd be the most competitive fight. But I don't really care who he fights. Whoever he fights, he's beating, bro. Shout out to all the over 1.5 boys in the Zhang Walker. Fuck you, Clyde. Dawkins money line was the easiest call. That's a fucking fluke if I've seen one, bro. Pereira hopped off his cycle. What a waste of a career. Sure. That's Charles Johnson fault. He needs to learn how to be financially responsible and stop spending his money on drugs and alcohol. Dude, I highly doubt he's spending his money on that. That Raja thing was a beta-like incident. I don't know what that means. Fuck Raja, man. Raja, man, sad, no control of emotions clown. Was a clown move. Hype for Johnson's next fight, Rip Kavanaugh. Johnson does it again, man. Give him an undefeated prospect. You live in your mom's basement. Road to UFC card was surprisingly decent. Dude, actually, after I watched the tape on the Road to UFC stuff when I was preparing, I thought there were some good fighters. And then watching the fights Friday morning, they were actually good fights. So the finale, I think those were the semifinals. Yeah, the finale of the Road to UFC, probably going to be some good matchups, man. Going to be some good matchups. There's some good Asian talent. But the thing is, like, Road to UFC usually never pans out on the UFC, so we'll see. But you think Pereira has more success in the rematch? Probably. Raja would get 12-6 by John Jones. Probably, yeah. November is so hype, but always ends up a weak card. Dude, I'm telling you, October, though. October has some insane fights. Insane fights, dude. Pereira Ankalaev, Marab Sandhagen, Roundtree, and Yuri. And then they announced Fluffy versus RDR. That Vancouver card is pretty good. Like, October is, and then they got Aspinall gone. Like, dude, October is looking fire. That might be the best month of the year when I'm looking at it. 2 pay-per-views, a sick fight night as well. Gary versus Edwards, fucking snooze fest. Ian Gary by broken nail, 100%. RDR is going to destroy Fluffy. I mean, I would love to see it. That would be scenes, dude. That would be absolute scenes. Wrestling is not boring if you got a beard and say, brother. True. Northern Virginia shits on LA. Ortega got cut. I don't think he got cut. First decent Nick Sick win in a long ass time. Oh, yeah. Nick Sick was Corn and Johnny Walker. There's got to be a couple more, man. There's got to be a couple more. These Mexicans have a chin and a crazy durability. The overs 1.5 and 2.5 always hit. They usually do. If Aljo was Jones, he'd have slept Ortega with a 12-6 elbow. Imavov or Kyle? I'm kind of leaning towards Kyle right now. I got to watch more tape, but kind of leaning towards Kyle. Thank you for supporting Indian MMA. You're welcome, bro. Shout out to Jubilee and Pooja Tomar. I feel like people are way too confident in Imavov. Not sold. I'm not sold either, man. I'm not sold either. Ugh. Why is Paul Craig so active? CTE speedrun. I mean, he hasn't fought in. He hasn't really fought that much this year, so I don't know what you're on. What are your most confident picks on the next card without watching tape? Let me look at it real quick. Probably Bukauskas beating Craig. I think Roofy fucking snipes BSD. I don't know anything about this Ruchala guy, so I can't really say anything there. Yeah, I'd probably just say Modestus and Roofy at this point. Winner of RDR Fluffy should get the title shot. Khamzat would maul Kyle and Imavov. I mean, I think it just comes down to what kind of performance they put on. If Kyle versus Imavov isn't that fun of a fight, then maybe they'll wait to see who wins between RDR and Fluffy, and then that's who they go with. Are the price of Jackson chains going up? Because probably not, dude. Are you going to smash Imavov and Oki money line? No, I'm not, dude. Hulk Hogan didn't die for this. That's fucked. Oliveira Fiziev is potentially Pratis in October too. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Oliveira Fiziev. That's a good fight. I don't know if Charlie Out should be coming back that soon though. Gomi Masterclass coming soon. That's who Ruchala's fighting, right? Yeah. I gotta watch some tape on this Robert Ruchala guy. Imavov by KO round 3, 4, 5. Kyle was low-key getting pieced up by Cannon here. I don't know, man. I mean, Imavov knocking out Izzy is pretty fucking impressive, though. I will say that. That was a real impressive knockout. Did you see undefeated French fighter Alex Solo got signed for a short notice fight against Reese McKee? Solo looks like a pretty high-level striker. I don't really keep track of the European regional scene that much, buddy. But good. I mean, if he's a good prospect, Reese McKee's a decent test. Thank you for supporting Bengali MMA. Hey, you're welcome, Munir. If you ever need any graphics, let me know. I can email some examples. Send them over. HeyJoyPicks@gmail.com, brother. Cowway, Roofy, Hughes. Thank the locksmith later. Sam Hughes. Dude, Sam Hughes. Fucking Sam Hughes. I love Sam Hughes, but she's a favorite now for the first time ever. That's crazy. Bro, don't ever let Indians invade America. Every time I walk outside, I step on Indian poo. Come on, bro. Could Roofy get caught with something wild? He could get wrestle fucked, but I don't really see it, man. Although you already have sick graphics, just throwing my name in there. Hey, that's what I said. Email me at HeyJobPicks. Gene Silva and Roofy is like my favorite fighters to watch. Gene Silva, Diego Lopez in September. Can't wait for that one. Gene Silva might be a smash spot. We'll see. You think RDR moving to America increases his double champs chances? Maybe. You never know, man. RDR, pretty big dude. Fucking mogged Whitaker, I can tell you that. Ziam is a lock over Fernandez. Fernandez ain't bad, dude. He ain't bad. Facardino is such a fraud. Yeah, dude, I'm kind of tempted to play Gustafson again. Mason Jones a lock for the next card. Kind of think he wins, but Oki is pretty dangerous. Bet ZM at minus 220. He's minus 350. You better hop on board before he's minus 800. I'm not hopping on board, but if I'm not like prepared, I'm not going to just blindly hop on board, even if I think the line's going to climb. What you guys hit in paid group for China card? Tell a few good bets. Mostly DFS. Nearly hit the fucking 100x payout again. Sad stuff. Charles Johnson money line. Easy parlays. Wrong Zhu Aljo. Pavlich. Should have hit fucking Long Zhao, dude. Long Zhao fucking won that fight, and I don't want to hear anybody else say he didn't. Got fucking robbed in his home country. Anywhere Fluffy is good, RDR is better. Maybe not cardio, buddy. Probably not cardio. Ante D'Elia looks like a heavyweight Diaz brother. Yeah, he's making his UFC debut against Marcin Tybura. That's an interesting fight. I mean, D'Elia is supposed to be good. He was the PFL's guy, but he looked terrible his last fights. I don't know, man. He might be washed. He might be completely washed. Will Jarno Aarons get back in the UFC? I'm sure he could get a spot, dude. I don't know why they cut him. I didn't think he was that bad. I'm going to go ahead and subscribe to your membership. Hey, you should, dude. We fucking cashed out the last 6 cards. So we've been cooking, brother. Was I up or down this past card? I was up. I've been up the past, 5 UFC cards and probably the last 8 out of 9 or something between PFL and Dana White Contender Series. Single or 2-leg. I don't know what you mean. And he's getting sat on all fight. Are we talking about Tybura? When has Fluffy's cardio been tested? I mean, I guess, but he's just fucking out cardios everybody. RDR Fluffy won't come to the point that cardio will be relevant. Fluffy going to sleep inside 2 rounds. I could see that. I could see RDR finishing him early. Is it bad that I still think it's a work? I don't know what you mean there, brother. Bro was up like 15 units or something since UFC 319 for 7 free days. Exactly, dude. We had 319, we had Contender Series, we had PFL, we had Road to UFC, and then we had UFC Shanghai. We cashed in all 5 cards within 7 days, profitable on all of them, up 16 units. It was a legit week, man. A legit week. Round 2, Johnny Walker, plus 2,000. Damn, those are some huge odds. Jarno Aarons looked like a 6 striker against Stephen Gwynn, but he has no grappling. Yeah, that's the thing. I think I bet him against Song Woo Choi, and he dropped him. And I was like, dude, you should be beating this guy, but he couldn't grapple. That's that Dutch kickboxing. Ditch the Zenachino. Imovov, Rufy, Tybura, my lock parlay, plus 2,000. 12,000. 1,200. Jesus Christ. 1,200. I mean, I don't know if Imovov's not a lock, dude. I really don't think he's a lock. That's like a pick'em fight, bro. How much is the premium Discord a month? What is it? $79.99? Off the top of my head, I think that's what it is. 100% for a face. Jared Cannonier would beat Khamzat, but he won't get the title shot. He would stuff all Khamzat's takedowns and finish him on the feet. Jared Cannonier would beat Khamzat? Are we for real right now, Clyde? Jared Cannonier would beat Khamzat? Gon beats Tom? I actually am kind of worried for Tom, but because Gon's tough to hit. You know, if you're not going to knock him out early, then you got to go 5 rounds with him. And Gon's fucking slick on the feet. So, I mean, I guess maybe if Tom gets a takedown and works him on the ground, but it won't be an easy fight, I don't think. Evloev is a lock. Evolve is a lock, bro. Trust me. Remember the name Mr. Parlay piece, baby. Evolve? Who the fuck is Evolve? You saying Evolve? People counting out the BSD and forget, bro. But I still got Roofy. It won't be easy. I don't think it'll be easy. I just think BSD is so bad on the feet, man. Like, he's so hittable. Roofy's just a fucking nasty sniping counter striker. He's going to make him he's going to hit him with something big early on. Like, I don't know if BSD is going to be able to take it. Ghana's getting finished in the first round. Good. Khamzat retires in a year after one defense. Let's be real. Definitely could see that. Definitely could see that. I'm interested to see when they get him back in there, because it's probably not going to be October. They got that pretty booked up. I doubt it's going to be December, because that's probably going to be a Topuria card. Maybe January, maybe February. And then it's like, who do you put him against? Imavov, yeah. Marcio Barbosa is a psycho. Dude, that dude is nasty. Watch out for that guy on Tuesday. Marcio Barbosa, fucking nasty striker in round one. Fucking brutal. All wins, or I think he's got 13 knockouts all in round one. I don't think it'll be easy, but I think it'll be easy. All right. No one takes down Jared and Jared has a crazy cardio. I mean, I'm pretty sure Khamzat could take him down, dude. BSD chin is gone. You're right. This might look like a vintage McGregor style win for Roofy. Yeah, dude. I mean, just watch the shots that Roofy landed on James Longtop, who has like an insane chin and weighed in like 20 pounds overweight in that fight. Those are kill shots, dude. Those are kill shots. I think what's his Roofy's nickname? I think it might be kill shot or one shot or something. Like, he has one shot sniper like power. Evolve will win. I agree, Mr. Parlay. Did you see King Cobra JFS passed away? Can you tell us? I don't know who that is, dude. RIP. Maybe you're fucking with me, but RIP. What was our loss to Nick Lentz? Nick Lentz is the GOAT. Once China gets a new star, they make another pandemic and force Khamzat's retirement. Dude, how fucking terrible is it to be a Chinese MMA fan, man? I mean, you get Ming Yang Zhang, knocking everybody out in round one, and then they give him Johnny Walker. Like, just a beautiful matchup for Ming Yang Zhang. Johnny Walker can't take a punch. He's getting knocked out in the funniest ways. They give him to him in his home country. He's a huge favorite. He goes out there, doesn't look very aggressive in round one, and gets a leg kick TKO'd in round two. That's some soy shit, man. Some soy shit, dude. Like, you're letting Johnny Walker leg kick TKO you. You're the main event. You shouldn't be getting leg kick TKO'd in the main event of a UFC fight night, dude. Like, that should not be happening. I guess the dude's an actual fraud. So, assuming you're a cheesehead, brother, I'm not a Packer fan. Just never have been, but I do like the Brewers and the Badgers. Lopez is going to be diving for legs versus Silva. Every Insta post is on the wrestling mats. I'm sure he is. I mean, the thing is, he didn't really try to grapple that much against Volk, but that is Volk. So I could see Lopez putting on the wrestling shoes and getting out after it. What happened to his leg, knee injury, or just fuck his nerve? I think he just fucked his nerve. And he was like, yeah, I'm out of here. Probably a fixed fight. China's fight judges are not biased, proven time and time again, surprisingly. Yeah, dude, I don't know how long Zhao lost that one, dude. Canadian fans have it worse than China. 0 good fighters and all entertaining. I will say this, Canadian fans not only do you not have any good Canadian fighters, you get the worst fucking cards ever. If they come to you with a pay-per-view, it is not a good card. You get like Justin Taffa on the main card, like some real bullshit. Except this upcoming card in Vancouver. They actually stacked one for you. So shout out to the Canadians out there. You're finally getting a good card in October, so be thankful for that. Did Johnny Walker actually get arrested? No. No. He needs to play the O'Malley card and say it was a fluke nerve. True. I remember you said something about a high school stat you have. I confirmed it, but I forgot. What's the stat for wide receiver? Yeah. A high school state record in Wisconsin. Receiving touchdowns in a season, bro. You can go check it out. It is true. 27 in a season. Senior year. Unforgettable, man. Unforgettable. Real accomplishment. You know, still trying to close the yearbook since those days, which was what? 8 years ago? 7 years ago? Yeah. Nasty stuff. All right, boys. I'm going to hop out of here. I appreciate y'all for joining. For one, fuck Rajah Jackson. Not a good look. Not a good look whatsoever. Clyde, do you think when a black fighter is fighting a white fighter that the white fighter should automatically be deducted a point due to reparations of slavery and white privilege throughout history? I think they probably should. That's sick. Hey, thank you, brother. How tall am I? I'm 5'11". Not gonna lie and say I'm 6 foot. I'm 5'11", bro. Are you hyped to see your football buddy fight this Tuesday and have you message him saying good luck or anything? I am hyped. I think he probably gets a round 1 knockout. And I'm just interested to see if he does get the knockout. Does Dana give him a contract? Probably. My only worry is that, he's fighting at heavyweight when he kind of shaped his body to be a 205er, and he's not that tall, man. He's not. He's probably 5'10", 5'11". He's going up against a 6'6" guy, but I think he's going to be a lot faster. I think he hits harder. I think he probably chins him. So I'm interested to see how he does. I think he's going to do well. I think he gets a knockout round 1, probably gets a contract. We'll see how he does in the UFC, but I think he's still a little bit green. Did they give me something to hang on the wall? No. I just got the football from the game. Moneyline parlay, Sam Hughes, Roofy, Jean Silva, Aspinall. Good luck waiting on that one. Fuck Rajah Jackson. People forget, man. Nick Lentz put on a masterclass. 5'11", you have a record for wide receiver? That's crazy, yeah. I mean, look at fucking Cooper Kupp. He's 5'11". Low impulse control, 100%. Sam Patterson is the new Drew Dober. Shout out to Sam Patterson, my favorite fighter in the UFC right now. Hopefully he gets it done. All right, I'm out, boys. Appreciate y'all. Till next time, hey, Jab Picks.